Good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to make a quick video talking about week two's assignment, the CRQ review. Had a few students that were unable to edit the document. I'm going to show you some troubleshooting techniques to hopefully help you get over that, and then I'll break down the assignment a little bit for you to get you going. So on Teams, if you go to assignments, you can see Global One Week Two CRQ review. Click on that. Student view, this is what you would see. So it's telling you to answer the CRQ questions. In the Files tab, there is a Global One Review Notes and also an intro unit vocab glossary that will help you with this assignment. So the notes break down by unit kind of the historical circumstances, some of the effects of things that are going on, some of the achievements of those time periods, things like that. The Global One glossary will define terms like historical circumstances, geographic context, purpose, point of view, analyze, words like that in case you're getting a little confused and stuck. So if you click on the assignment to open it, this Word document, sometimes what's happening is it's telling you that it's a read-only document and that you can't actually edit it. So if that happens and you get a file that says read-only, you can edit that document either by clicking edit document if it shows up here, or if you come up and there's these 3 bullet points in the corner, you can click to either open it in a browser or open it in the desktop app. If you're doing this on your phone, same thing in the top right, there's going to be a button that allows you to open this in your own Microsoft Words app, okay? So I'll open it up for you. As you can see, we got the document here. Same idea, when you get it open, you have directions, it's telling you when it's due, it tells you what we're looking for, right? We're not looking for one-word answers, these are critical response questions, so think the documents that you're gonna get on your tests and quizzes. Same type of idea. So they go unit by unit for the most part. So if I scroll down to the first one, you can see here we have a map. Every time, if you're in my class, I tell you all the time, if you're looking at a map, to look at the title and the key. So the title, it says Babylonia at the time of Hammurabi. So we know we're talking about ancient Babylon, kind of just honing in on what part of the world that we're in. I can see here the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, which tells me that I'm in ancient Mesopotamia. So let's look at the questions for document one to get you going. All you're going to have to do to type into this document is just click right underneath the question, and you can type in your answers right there. So it says, explain the historical circumstances that led up to the event depicted in the document. Remember, historical circumstances means causes. What was going on that led to this happening? So if I look at this map, I can see I'm talking about Babylon at the time of Hammurabi. All right. So what do I know? If I know that Hammurabi controls this entire area, I can talk about that specifically. I can talk about his rule. Remember, historical circumstances can be something that's more of an immediate cause or something that happened just before this, or it can be a little bit farther back as long as it has a direct connection. So Hammurabi conquering and taking over lands in Babylon, in Mesopotamia, historical circumstances, we can say Hammurabi was the king of Babylon and was able to conquer other city-states around Mesopotamia and rule over them. If I only wrote that question, would I get full credit? Maybe, maybe not. What can we add to it to make this a little bit better? So I can unbold this. But what can we add? So we can talk a little bit about what was going on in that region. We can say ancient Babylon was located along, and if I look, you can see the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River. And grew to be one of the most powerful city-states in the region. When we talk about Hammurabi, what does Hammurabi always do? We know Hammurabi makes his code of laws. So we can say this led to the reign of Hammurabi and the creation of his code of law to unite the empire. Okay, so all these CRQ questions, we're looking for answers that are in that kind of 2 to 3 sentence range. I shouldn't see a one-word answer. I shouldn't just see river valley. I shouldn't just see cultural diffusion, right? I want to see some depth. We want you guys to actually analyze this. Again, if you forgot about Hammurabi, open up that review materials in the files tab to help you out. I'll do one more with you here, maybe two, finish up this document. So the geographic context of the document. So geographic context, my class specifically, I know struggles with this. I know some of you might find it difficult as well. Geographic context, how does geography, so the land, the water, the area of the world that we're in, affect the development of the people that are living there? So as soon as I look at this, I should see Tigris River and Euphrates River, and that should already kind of give me my answer. I should think automatically, okay, what do these rivers have in common? Oh, that's right, they provided people with fertile soil, right? So we can say the geographic context of Babylon is that Mesopotamia developed along the Tigris and Euphrates rivers because the water provided fertile soil for agriculture. Remember, agriculture means farming. This allowed for civilizations to develop in that region. Throw in a little fancy term here, also known as the Fertile Crescent. And allowed Hammurabi to come to power. Perfect. So again, different answer than historical circumstances. Historical circumstances is more going to be an individual's actions, things that people are doing. Geographic context is the geography, the land, the layout, what's going on in the environment that's going to affect how people are living in that part of the world. Okay. And last one I'll do with you guys, and then I'll let you do this the rest on your own. Explain how the events depicted in this document represent a turning point in world history. Mr. Lynch, if you watched it, did a really good video on turning point earlier in the week. Turning point, major lasting change in history. So what's so important about what's going on here? So again, I look at this map, Babylon at the time of Hammurabi. So I can see Hammurabi conquering land. Couple of things that you could really use for this answer. We can talk specifically about Hammurabi and his law code, or we can talk about the Neolithic Revolution leading to the development of civilizations, and the earliest civilizations being a turning point. People no longer being nomadic. But I'll stick with Hammurabi here, so we can say Hammurabi controlling Babylon, conquering would work too. Represents a turning point. Again, turning point has to be a major change. So we can't just say a turning point is I ate pizza for lunch today, so I'm not hungry anymore, right? That's not a turning point. We're looking for specific, really significant event in history, okay? So it represents a turning point in history because as Hammurabi's empire grew, he would create the first known written code of law, Hammurabi's Code, which united his empire. This code would serve as a framework for other law codes throughout ancient history. All right, so a couple things with turning point before I end this video here. So notice it's not just enough to say that him making this code of law is a turning point itself. Why is a code of law a turning point? So we need that second part. The code of law is a turning point because it unites his large empire, and also because it's going to serve as kind of a framework and an example for other law codes that are going to be made later. Okay, so this is all you have to do. So you're going to answer these questions. If you look, kind of helped you out here. I purposely used this turning point for document 1 because document 2 is actually from the Code of Hammurabi. But if you scroll through document 3, document 4, and there's a picture from your midterm, and same thing, another document. This is fresh from your midterm too. So these should be familiar with you. Use those notes if you need to help you out. Myself or any of your teachers will be available to help you out if you want to post something on Teams or send us emails. All right. So have a good night, guys. As soon as you're done with this, you can either save it or go to File, share and be able to share that information with your teacher too if you can't figure out how to turn it in on Teams. Always make sure to save your work. Better safe than sorry. Okay. Have a good night.